Welcome back to another episode of the Deep Dive English podcast. My name is Sam.
My name is Anna.
And today we are going to be talking about Anna's trips, plural, to the UK. But first, Anna, how are you doing?
I am doing great. I'm pretty excited to go back to my memories about my trips to the UK because they were pretty amazing.
And you've been twice in 2 years, is that correct?
Yes, as well as twice in 38 years of my
Okay.
life.
Okay, I see. So they're the only times you visited the UK.
Yes, exactly.
And you loved it so much you returned the following year. Out of all the places you could possibly visit in the world, you decided to come back to the UK.
This is what I did, yes.
Wow, you must have had a good first impression.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So why did you come to the UK the first time? Obviously, you live in Europe, you live in Poland. One of the great things about living in Europe is that you can go to loads of different countries and loads of different, not just different countries in the sense that they have different names and nationalities, but they are all pretty different, aren't they? Obviously, Portugal and Spain, pretty close. I'm guessing some Eastern European countries are pretty similar as well, like Latvia, Estonia, Lithuania, probably quite similar. But there is a nice variety of countries in Europe. For example, countries in Scandinavia are going to be very different from the Mediterranean countries.
Yes.
But why did you decide to come to the UK?
I guess because I've never been to the UK. I actually never considered going to the UK because before I didn't speak English. I also wanted always to go on holiday to places that are very warm and sunny. And unfortunately, usually it's not what you can say about the UK. So once I started learning English and I got to a point where I felt quite comfortable, not sure about comfortable, but quite good about my English and my communication, I just felt that I would like to try it in real life and try to speak to people, yeah, in real life.
Okay. And before we go into locations and your opinions and stuff, what was it like speaking to real British people in the UK?
Mm, it was, I would say it was more difficult than I expected and less difficult than I expected both.
Okay.
So I think that it greatly depends on the accent. And for example, we met the first day we arrived with my husband. We ate breakfast, like sitting by one table with an elderly couple, and we had a nice conversation with them. They were asking us a lot of questions about like our plans and giving us a lot of advice on like just how to explore the region. And I was I felt really good with understanding this lady, and I was terrible with understanding this elderly man. Because of the accent, I think that he was originally from this city or this town. It was in Harrogate.
Okay.
And the lady, I think that she came there from another city, and her accent was different. And I didn't struggle to understand her at all. And I had to ask always twice or three times to repeat whatever this elderly man said, or my husband would have to translate it for me.
Okay. Yeah. So it really depended on who you were speaking to and usually the accent that they had.
Yes, also, I think that most of the people that I spoke to or talked with, uh, most of them spoke a little bit too fast for me. And they usually slowed down once they noticed that I struggle a little with understanding. But overall, I was really happy that I was able to communicate with them anyway, even if it wasn't like completely smooth.
Do you think because we had been speaking for a while before your trip to the UK. So do you think listening to me in conversations helped you, or do you think that didn't really help that much?
I think that any kind of listening really helps to anyone, and talking with you definitely helped. Though I think that your pronunciation is very clear and quite easy to understand compared to many other accents.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. Some UK accents are pretty strong, pretty weird as well. The Liverpool accent is quite bizarre to people who are not from the UK. They might hear it and think, what the hell are they saying? And there are so many other different accents in the UK: Scottish, Brummie, Cockney, Northern Ireland. Yeah, loads of different weird accents in the UK. Mine is a little bit easier to understand for foreign people, I think. So maybe I would like to think it helped you just a little bit. So that's good. And Anna, surely first time going to the UK, you went to London, right?
No, I didn't. I
Okay. Wow.
didn't.
First person ever, I think. Everyone
um,
always goes to London for their first time, or people only ever go to London when they go to the UK and they think that the UK is London. So I'm actually really happy that you went to different places. So why didn't you go to London, and where did you go instead?
so personally, I don't fancy cities and big cities and this rushed and very busy and crowded places um, at all. I appreciate the architecture. I appreciate parks. So my second trip to the UK was actually to London, but my first choice was the region of like more of countryside and more like cozy towns and villages. So we decided to go to Yorkshire.
Lovely. Okay, the region of Yorkshire, and there are a few places in Yorkshire. Leeds is quite a big city. You visited there, correct?
Yes, I visited
Bradford,
Leeds.
a smaller city. I've never actually been to Bradford. Where else did you go? Harrogate? Any other places? Any other towns you visited?
Yeah, we were to Sheffield.
Okay.
We were to York itself.
Yes. I know you went there.
We were to like we went for a little trip within this trip along a very old train rail
Okay.
with this like steam powered
Wow.
train.
Yeah.
We didn't travel with this train,
Oh, okay.
but we visited different train stations,
Hmm.
and we saw also this train as well. Uh, yeah, it was like a travel in time. Actually, it was
Mm,
pretty magic moments, and it was. I'm trying to remember Oxenhope,
okay.
um,
Hebden Bridge. Did you go
Caithney,
there?
Hebden Bridge. Yes,
Okay. Harworth, I think you visited as well.
yes,
Okay.
yes. So and
Um,
I can't Caliph,
I have no idea.
Caliph.
Maybe. You also visited
Uh,
Saltaire. Is that a place? Have I don't know if I've mispronounced that, to be honest. But
yes,
I do you remember I sent you a photo because I was there. One of my friends lives in Leeds, and we were staying with him for the weekend, and we went there for an art exhibition. And then I sent you a photo of like, hey, you came here. And they have like the really nice white buildings, don't they?
yes, they do. So it's a very old complex, like factory complex, where all the buildings were built for, I don't know, the factory buildings, but also all the buildings for the workers in there. And there is like a very pretty neighborhood around this whole area. It's all built from the like beige stone. I don't know how you call it, with like different sculptures, quite a lot of greenery. Also, I think that the shape of the landscape, the shape of the ground is quite diverse. So yeah, it's just amazing place to visit. Though it's pretty um, repetitive. Repetitive, like when you look at these streets, they are quite similar one to each other.
Hmm. Yeah.
But there are also some big buildings for I think for the management, or also these factory buildings, which are different. And yes, and there right now there is an art exhibition, and you can also buy some. I bought some pretty cards, like wish cards,
Oh, nice.
for my friends. There are books, or you can buy different kinds of things there
Sure.
that are somehow connected to arts and
Yeah.
crafts.
Nice. And what were your expectations coming into the UK? What did you think it was going to be like? What did you think your holiday was going to be like? What did you think the people were going to be like?
So I watched loads and loads of pictures before. I
Like
just went
videos?
through the internet. No, pictures of the like different places
Oh,
around.
okay. So you
Once,
looked at different pictures, right? Okay.
so maybe I should start with how come I really thought about going to Yorkshire, and there
Mm-hmm.
were like I think that there were three main reasons why.
Okay.
So first of all, uh, I heard of the landscapes and the architecture in Yorkshire before, and about York, and you know that what you can expect from these places. Um, there was also one town that I really wanted to visit, but I didn't manage to. That is a very old pottery center, or like pottery manufacturer, maybe. It was quite distant from our stay location, so we unfortunately we didn't manage to get there because it would take a lot of time. It would be also like very expensive to get there, so we didn't. Uh, Also, I knew that my friend who uh, who actually my whole journey with English started with lives in. I thought that she lives in Leeds, but eventually it turned out that she lives in Bradford, or perhaps she moved there. You know, since I met her for the first time. And also, I found out that actually Manchester is quite close
Hmm.
to Yorkshire, so I was able to see you too.
Yeah. And we did see each other, didn't we? We met twice actually. We met in Manchester and we met in York, didn't we?
Yes, we
Yeah.
did.
I forgot that we met in Manchester actually. No, I hadn't completely forgot, but when I remember meeting you, the main memory was on being in York together.
Yes, maybe because as well it was like more significant experience, I think, for you, because you saw York, and York is amazing. It's
Hmm.
a beautiful place. It was lovely weather then. It
Yeah.
was pretty warm, or even hot
Yeah.
that day, and very sunny.
Mm-hmm.
And when I visited Manchester, I got the chance to see the real Manchester
Yeah. Rain.
face that
Mm-hmm.
day, very rainy and grey.
Yeah. But we went to a nice pub, didn't we? We had I think I had a Sunday dinner. Maybe I think maybe your
Yes,
husband had a Sunday dinner as well. I can't remember.
and me too.
Oh,
Yeah, we
we
all
all three of
had
us
our
did. Wow,
yeah, Sunday
so
roast.
British. And we all had a pint of beer. We couldn't get more British than that. Rain, Sunday dinner, and a pint in a pub.
Pub. Yes.
Great.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was lovely. And actually the beer that you recommended to me,
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's still my favorite beer. Though
Really?
it's not British,
It's
unfortunately.
Spanish, yeah. Australia, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh well. Okay, nice. So yeah, we met in Manchester for the first time, and then we met in York. And how would you describe York? Because if someone visited the UK and they wanted to have like a British experience, I would recommend York for a city to people to go to, because I don't think you can find like a city or like a town or a place that's quite like that in different countries, if you know what I mean. You could be in the center of
Mm-hmm.
Manchester and you could quite easily be in any European city in some stages. Manchester's a little bit unique actually because it's got those
Yes, canals.
red factory buildings and canals, which aren't that common. But if you're in some cities in the UK, it could be literally anywhere because they're all
Mm-hmm.
pretty metropolitan, built up, pretty multicultural, the same as loads of European cities. But York's a little bit different. So how would you describe York?
So it was kind of like taken from a fairy tale,
Yeah.
really, or like from a very medieval, very medieval scenery. The streets, some of the streets are very narrow. I think that's for this reason they recorded the scenes from Diagon Alley from Harry Potter in there, I think.
Really? I didn't know that.
I think, yeah,
I
I
get it
think that
though.
they did.
Yeah, I get it. It makes sense. It's very York diagonal. How do you say it? Diagonal alley.
Alish.
Yeah. I wouldn't be very good in the the flu system. Where they have to do a spell and they go into the fireplace and they get sent to a different location. And Harry actually says it wrong. That's what happened to me. Before we go deeper into Harry Potter, yeah, it's very picturesque. It's very cute. It's very fairy tale. Lots of like Tudor buildings, black and white. I think they're actually called listed buildings, because they're like protected or something. But yeah, it's like you kind of step back in time.
In
Apart
time.
from the fact that everyone is wearing modern clothes
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, and I think that we were there quite early. Because we were there with my husband before you arrived. So we were there from the morning.
Yeah, I
And
was
we
late because
managed
we
to.
missed the train,
Yes.
which
was quite painful, I think.
it was quite painful. Yes, it was. That wasn't a fun experience, to be honest. We ran, missed the train, not fun. Yeah, and we didn't go in the cathedral because it cost £20 to go in, which is ridiculous. Haven't forgotten that.
We regretted it afterwards,
Really?
with my husband. Yes, we should have gone, but I don't know. I think that we are both coming from a city that is, well, according to the stereotypes.
Okay.
I think that people from Poznan are quite greedy or like quite attached to their money. So yeah, we didn't spend these £20, and then we regretted it.
It's a lot of money, £20. Maybe my reaction put you off, and I was like, "That is ridiculous. I'm not paying that." If so, I'm sorry, but you'll have to come back.
We have to come back then. I wouldn't mind at all.
We ate some nice pizza in York, didn't we? We didn't go very British then, did we? We borrowed from the Italians.
Yes.
We went to a pub, a beer garden. It wasn't really much of a beer. It was a beer garden, but it wasn't the nicest beer garden, but it was still a nice environment. And we tried to get a seat near the water when it was lovely and sunny, but it was completely full, wasn't it?
Oh my goodness, yes. I remember we tried, and it wasn't possible. Like so many people, but I think that York was very crowded anyway.
Well, yeah, York is one of those cities one of those cities is a city where people will go out for the day with their friends, usually maybe for like some type of celebration, maybe like a stag do or a hen do, celebrating getting married, or maybe they just go out for the day. But for some reason, the men will dress up quite nice, and the women will also dress up quite nice. So the women will be wearing like dresses, and the men will be wearing suits, and it sounds all very civilized from what I've just said. But the idea is just to get really, really drunk. So it's not very civilized, but they will dress up, put nice clothes on to go and spend all day in York drinking alcohol from 11 o'clock in the morning until the last train home. And they will probably travel from all around Yorkshire, probably all around the north of England to go to York for a day out. And they will just get really, really drunk and then, get the train home. So it started civilized, and then the alcohol got involved.
But when we because we walked you back to the train station, and then we went back to the old town, and like we saw so many people arriving then. Some of them were already in the process of absorbing the poison. But I remember, so many guys wearing suits, and also quite a lot of women wearing very old-fashioned dresses.
Really?
Yes, with these like funny decorations on their head sometimes.
Okay. Interesting.
Not all of them,
Yeah.
but yeah, I saw quite a few girls or women wearing something that I don't think I ever saw anyone wearing something like this, like, you know, Friday evening or something, because it was on it was on the weekend, right? It was uh
Yeah. Yeah. Saturday
Saturday
or
evening.
Sunday. Prob one of the two.
Yeah, so I say that they had on themselves like way more fabric than expected.
There we go. Interesting. Okay. So you visited loads of places in the UK. Um, I'm guessing you planned your trip with the help of the internet. You said that you looked at loads of pictures beforehand. So I'm guessing you did
Yes,
quite a bit
yes.
of planning of where you wanted to go. You know, you're staying in this place. Which places are nice, which are close. Is that how you organized your trip?
Yes, so I started from like searching from pictures of different places, and you know, marking on my Google map the places that I wanted to visit. Then I found out that I probably would need like 3 weeks to go through all of them. So I had to unfortunately scale down to some more realistic plan. And yeah, we just decided to go to different places each day. We would just get into a train, reach another destination, spend whole day there, and you know, seeing as many things as possible. Evening, come back, you know, and repeat the next day.
You must have been pretty tired. That sounds like a jam-packed holiday.
I wasn't really that tired because we had, you know, nice. I don't know. Maybe it was because it was over a week. We were there for 8 days,
Hmm.
so I think that it was enough time mm, to really take it. Maybe not easy because it was still quite intense, but I think that we still had to stop and eat, for example, every now and then. We had nice accommodation to stay in. So I feel like the pace was just accurate for what we were able to carry for 8 days.
Okay. Let's talk about some stereotypes now. So you mentioned the bad weather. Was the weather bad?
So the weather was bad for the first 4 days, and I think that the next 4 days were just amazing.
Wow,
So
amazing.
I was yes,
Oof.
it was really hot the next day. Actually, on Saturday, I really regretted not having shorts
Hmm. You hear
or
that,
like maybe
everyone?
some dress.
You hear that,
Sorry?
everyone? The UK can be hot. You can wear shorts. Anna even described it as amazing.
Yes, the weather was amazing. I think that it was the like last days of last week of
Okay.
May. Mm,
So it's almost been a year.
it's been almost a year, yes. And I actually bought a pair of rainproof or waterproof shoes to wear there, specifically to walk around British places. Yes.
Okay. So that stereotype is firmly challenged. Next one, polite. How polite were the general public?
They were very polite, and I would say they were very open. I encountered a few, like there was a couple of situations when someone approached me and got into like small talk, or like maybe I don't know how to call it, like you know, just start conversation with me being complete stranger, just because we were like in similar place in the same place at the same time, which was very nice. I found it very nice. People just like casually asking where I am from or what I enjoy, or giving me some advice on where I should visit next, maybe. So it was very nice. And another thing that I really found um, very enjoyable and like very kind is that people treat each other with like big politeness, and I would say that not much of a distance and not that much of seriousness that you usually experience in like Polish places. So there is much more smile, and I don't know how to describe it, because it's not really that Polish people are very impolite, but are usually not that smiley, for example,
Mm,
or
yeah.
not that like expressive. They are polite, but they are also quite distanced.
Yeah, when I went to Montenegro, they weren't very smiley there. And I thought that they might just not like tourists or obnoxious British people in their shops. But then I think it's more of a cultural thing not to be so smiley in Eastern Europe.
Yeah, I think so. I think so that people in Western and Eastern Europe are more reserved in general, and it's kind of expected to mind your business
Okay.
and like keep this distance, and like not to be too mm, direct, not direct, but I don't really have a good word for this. Maybe friendly with people who you're not friends with.
Like warm.
Maybe warm, yes.
Okay. Okay, so the weather was it was amazing in some stages. It did rain the first few days, so I don't think I've convinced everyone in the world that the British weather is amazing. It's not, so that would be a lie. Everyone is polite. That stereotype is firmly intact. Now the big one, the food. How was the food, Anna? Was it as bad as everyone makes out online? Is British food the worst cuisine in the world? What were you
I don't think
eating to survive?
I survived. I
Wow.
I don't think there was something that would really like I would found really outstanding. You know, I am sorry, Sam.
What about your Sunday dinner? Wasn't that outstanding?
It was very good.
Okay.
But it was quite sweet as well. I think that
Sweet.
savory, yeah, like the sauce. I think that the sauce was quite sweet, and
Okay.
also the vegetables. I think that there was some sugar in it,
Okay. Potentially.
and same with our. I think that our previous dinner in a pub, which was some chicken on the bones and fries with some sauce, and
Okay.
also some. I think that was some cabbage, red cabbage, and each part of it was also like with some sweet thing in it
Okay.
and the
Interesting.
taste. So I think that I think that this was all a little bit too sweet for me.
What else did you eat? So you had two pub meals. You had a pasty with me as well in York.
Pasty.
Pasty.
What is pasty?
A pasty or maybe a sausage roll. Like it
Oh
was.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, it was good.
Okay.
It was
Uh,
good.
what other food did you eat? Sandwiches from a supermarket? Did you have a meal deal?
Oh yes, every day.
There we go. That is British cuisine at its finest. Do you have meal deals in Poland?
No, we don't have such a thing.
They're pretty good, aren't they? They
Pretty
they
convenient, yes.
they used to be £3 for a meal deal. It was
They weren't though when we were
yeah.
there. I
They
think that was at least
inflation.
three and a half
The
or
meal
four and a
deal
half.
inflation, but they're so good. A sandwich or like a pasta or like a main, a drink and a snack, unbelievable when you're on the go. You can't beat it. I can't believe they don't have these in other countries, but yeah. I don't think you wanted to eat a meal deal every day for your lunch, but you could easily. I'm not sure how healthy it is, but yeah.
We did have a sandwich every day.
Sorry, I meant for like your
Then,
entire life. I think for 8 days, I think you're okay.
okay, for a couple of days, yes. They were pretty good though.
Can you remember any other meals that you ate which were notable, or were they just completely so unremarkable you can't even remember?
honestly, I was so much more focused on like I felt like my head will just fall apart, fall out
Hmm.
from like looking to the sides all the time. I felt like I should have eyes all over my head
Why?
because I really like the landscape,
Okay.
overall the landscape. I really enjoyed just looking through the window whenever we were commuting or like whenever we were like walking. Most of the places were at least nice to see, and many of them were just very beautiful.
Hmm.
Um, and we traveled a lot, so I really liked and I also wanted to remember as much as I can and see as much as I can. So I kept looking, everywhere around me all the time, taking loads of pictures, and yeah, I really liked the like how all everything fits together with the especially with the architecture, especially in the like more historical sites, because like the colors would go very well together also with the like nature of the plants. um yeah, I really liked the architectural styles that I saw there.
Nice.
So I didn't really pay that much attention to food, really.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll let you off. Um, okay, I don't think we've challenged that stereotype that well. But that's okay. There's still time. Um, and what was London like? Was it big and scary, and everyone was rushing around, or did it kind of like challenge your expectations?
So I knew it will be very big and very busy and loud, and it was. It was extremely big. Um, it was very, yeah, very very busy. Loads of people everywhere. I had to look around to make sure that I don't, I couldn't, for example, like walk and stop in the middle of the walkway because someone would probably, bump into me. So I had to really be aware of my surroundings. It was busy. The buildings, many of them pretty impressive. Um, Very colorful, especially at night, like loads of lights everywhere. I didn't expect these. I don't know how you call it. You have this like funny bench, and there is a bike behind it, and someone can just pay, and it's like and take a road, and it's
A,
like taxi,
a
but
Lime bike?
not.
They're like the rentable bikes where you just that I think they're called Lime bikes where you
No,
just
no. There's a person on a bike, like
oh
pulling this kind of bench,
oh
or
wow
a like
like a horse
wagon,
like a
maybe.
horse and carriage.
Yeah, but with a person on a
Okay,
bike.
interesting. I haven't seen them. I'll have to go to London and find them.
I will send you some pictures then. Maybe you can
Mm,
put it
yeah, 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 yeah.
here.
Good idea. Okay. And what about the landscapes? Did you see the London Eye, Big Ben, Houses of Parliament, Buckingham Palace,
Yes, yes,
all of
I
them?
saw all of them. All of them. Well, my step walking device said that I would make like 30,000 or over
Wow,
30,000 steps each day.
that's a lot.
That was a lot of walking, and we didn't only walk. We travel with the underground
Yep.
quite a lot as well. And again, we tried to see as much as possible. We were there for 4 days, and they were really busy 4 days. And this time, I felt really tired afterwards.
Mm,
Uh, Maybe because of the environment, because it was just people every time, everywhere, like a lot of noise. And yeah, I think that it's also pretty exhausting. Not only how much you walk and how much you see, but also all the people around.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So very intense on the senses. Lots of smells, things to see, things are moving very quickly. Yeah,
Hmm.
loud noises, everything like that. So yeah, I can imagine an intense 4 days in London was quite tiring compared to your nice little trip
It
in Yorkshire, exploring a few little cute towns. Very different experience.
very different. Couldn't be more different, really.
So, what do you, London is fun though. It's an experience. It's cool to see those landmarks. So, is it really fair to compare like the two holidays? And for example, if someone was saying, "I want to go to the UK," what would you recommend to them? Because most people do want to visit London because of the landmarks, the experience. London is very different. It's famous. There's things to do there.
Hmm.
So, do you think it just depends on the individual, or do you think one place is better than the other,
I think that
objectively?
Yeah, I think that it depends on the person what they enjoy more. There are people who really like city life and they just enjoy this um very rushed and busy environment. So for them, and if they want to party, for example, I think that London would be a much better choice. But for me personally, and I think that for people who prefer more nature and more like natural or rural environment, I I just enjoyed being in Yorkshire much more. And yeah, I also think that I had much more interactions with people per day, let's say, in Yorkshire compared to London.
Yeah, that makes sense. There is a stereotype that people in the north of England are more friendly and more likely to talk to you than people in London specifically. I think the general stereotype is people in the north are more friendly than people in the south, but I think that is even more so the case in London, where people, it's a city, people have got things to do. They do not have time to talk to the random person at the train station. So, but if you go to a lovely Yorkshire town, they do. They'll speak to you, and they'll probably give you some unsolicited advice of where you should travel to. Which it sounds like you didn't mind, but
I didn't mind at all. Also, like being in some galleries or museums, for example, there were some staff members who would just like say some curiosities about the things that we are looking at. For example, it was really nice, and it also gave me the opportunity just to practice my English in real life, which was really nice. Uh, yeah, I told you that I had this belief before that I won't be able to understand people. So trying it and proving it wrong in real life and real experience, yeah, it really boosted my mm, motivation for learning.
that's great. So, do you feel like you've completed the UK now, or do you have any desires or wishes to come back?
I want to definitely come back. I will. Yeah, I will definitely. I,
Nice.
I didn't decide where exactly I want to go next.
Okay. Maybe Scotland.
Scotland. Yeah, I've
Okay.
heard a lot of good things about Scotland. I will definitely choose something more of the rural or countryside vibe
Mm-hmm.
than big city.
Okay. Well, the Lake District is beautiful. My hometown, Combe County, Shropshire, is also beautiful as well. So we'll see. We'll see. Any other information you want to pass on to the listeners before we finish today, Anna?
Mm, I don't know what else I can
Hmm.
add. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it, but I think that it all depends on a person. But I think that everyone who wants to like practice their English or challenge their English in
Mhm.
real life, I think that visiting the UK is just amazing because you know there is endless list of things that you can experience, and yeah, just a beautiful place to visit.
Yeah. That must have been like a I'm trying to think of a word. I don't think cathartic is the right word, but it must have been quite rewarding to spend time improving your English for a very long time. Obviously, having conversations online in English in the deep dive English community, but then going to England and then speaking the language with real people in real life must have been like a I don't know, a nice moment for you.
Yes, yes, it was amazing. It's hard to describe, but it
Hmm.
was very rewarding, and I think that it proved something. I managed to prove something to myself that I am able to reach this goal.
Yeah, that's great. Nice. Well, if you don't have anything else to share, I guess we could finish there. But maybe we will revisit your trip to the UK in the future. Or maybe you will come again and we'll have to talk about it again. But thank you all for listening, and we'll catch you next Thursday. Goodbye.
Goodbye.